43. Pacquiao with a slight edge in power shots. On Harold Letterman's card, Manny Pacquiao goes to 3 rounds to 1. Punch was blocked by Pacquiao, as were the 2 preceding. Pacquiao, a far more responsible defensive fighter than was the case 8 years ago. Copy box numbers between rounds showed you that this fight is taking place at a slower pace than the second of their fights. Uppercut from Marquez. Pacquiao seemed momentarily not to be paying enough attention. Marquez landing easily from outside then. Now Pacquiao comes back, answering, firing his double jab left-hand combination. Still the preferred combination for the Filipino star. Right hand over the top for Marquez. Was knocked back on his heels. Best punch of the fight so far. Manny wants to answer back right away.
But this is what makes the type of fight that these guys are doing. When one guy gets hit, the other guy automatically comes back right away.
Pacquiao landed a right hook and a left hand. Marquez comes back with a solid left up the middle. Pacquiao again wants to answer back. 20 seconds to go in the round.
Most dominant round of the fight so far, authored by Marquez.
And he is loosening up and gathering confidence and starting to fire. But his right eye is also beginning to swell. Good round from Juan Manuel Marquez.
Another beautiful round. You gotta finish. When you finish, punch lively with your defense. Bring your defense up. Double up your defense. You won that round.
Ay, buenísimo yo. Manny, you gotta stop chasing this guy. You gotta start moving to your right.
Wag! Brad! Huwag kang umikot! Sumunod sa kanya! Huwag ka sumunod! Lumakas ka dito! Wag doon! Wag mo! Wag na wag ka sumunod!
Here you see which is the best punch of the fight right here. Straight right hand, right on the chin from Marquez. Hit it straight between the gloves, right down the pipe.
Manny Pacquiao's chin tested there by Juan Manuel Marquez. Remember the pattern of the first 2 fights? Marquez lands more power shots through 5 rounds here. Pacquiao 30 of 83 on power shots. Marquez 33 out of 91. The pattern begins to emerge again.
Pacquiao looked up right before the bell for this round as if to say, looking to the heavens, here we go again with this guy.
5 rounds have gone by pretty quickly. Here's the 6th of a scheduled 12. Marquez was buoyed by winning the last round. His corner spirits were lifted. Good jab by Marquez. Sneaking it in across the top of Pacquiao's right hand. Judging by the chants, the crowd's about 50-50.
But by nature, the Mexican fans are louder and more boisterous than the Filipino fans.
Marquez blocking Pacquiao's left there. Body shot by Marquez. Drives Pacquiao back. Pacquiao lands a little left inside, steps away at an angle.
Marquez looked like a 9-1 underdog to you guys.
Not even close. Those odds were absurd. Pacquiao's been so mesmerizing, and some of his fans and followers have become irrational in terms of judging his quality compared to the guys he's fighting. There's a good right hand by Marquez, countering off the ropes. And there's a hard left by Pacquiao, and a good right hook, and another left. We're close to having full combustion here. All the burners are on. Let's see how high the fire builds. Hard right hand by Marquez, followed by another. Pacquiao with a right hook. Marquez with the left hook.
We're picking up where we left off with the last two fights now.
Absolutely right. These last two rounds have been round 13 and 14 of the second fight.
Both guys tried to see if they could do better than the first two fights, if they could outclass the other guy, and it seems like they've decided there's no way around this. We got to duke it out.
Absolutely. Two fighters who know each other very well. The inherent beauty of the trilogy. Marquez driving Pacquiao back with a body shot as the round comes to a close. Close round. Both fighters have their moments.
Kuha na ang sukat ha. Nakuha mo na ang sukat. Kasi pag dito ka, nagkasunod ka sa kanya, bibito siya lagi ng kanan. Pero kung ikaw nauna dito sa kanan, mas lamang ka. Ginawag lalong. Ginawag lalong.
Qué grave.
Okay lang tayo mo. Okay lang tayo.
Es demasiado riesgo porque pega.
Careful, he's got power, but you're boxing very well.
Grasa. Cierra los ojos.
Close your eyes.
Here we see, similar to the last two fights, where Manny shoots shots, get out of position sometimes because he punches so hard, and boom, here comes Marquez right back, taking advantage of that.
CompuBox numbers showed that Pacquiao was more active in the round, throwing 46 punches and landing 15 of them. Marquez only threw 28. It was his low output for the fight. Harold, how do you have it through 6?
I've got it 4 rounds to 2, 58, 56, Manny Pacquiao. I thought Marquez definitely won round 5, certainly won round 2 in my estimation. But other than that, it's the effective aggressiveness and a hard left hand of Manny Pacquiao. I like when he fights, I like when he throws a punch and he steps to the side. That's impressive because it's ring generalship. 4 rounds to 2, Pacquiao.
I could certainly see that. To tell you the truth, I don't think anyone won that first round. Nothing much happened.
But the Nevada State Athletic Commission and most ring authorities now vigorously discourage even round. There's a perfect right hand shot by Marquez. Pacquiao getting his chin checked once again.
Not that it was necessarily even, but it may not have been to Pacquiao either.
Well, the difficulty of scoring fights between the two of them is bespoken by the divergent scores of both of the first two fights. One judge in the first fight, 115-10 for Marquez, another 115-10 for Pacquiao. In the second fight, the same thing happened with scores of 115-112.
I don't know what the punch output has been in the first two fights, but these guys are fighting much more respectful, a lot more careful this fight than they did in the first two fights. So the punch output is, I think, down, but they're punching more for accuracy down. Each guy is trying to make sure he doesn't make a mistake and leave himself open to get counter punch.
shot by Marquez. Those punches score. Good left upstairs by Pacquiao. And a double right that knocks Marquez back. Marquez makes another stand in the center of the ring. There's that left-hand body shot again. You wonder when Pacquiao's going to be able to counter over the top of that with a right. There's a right hand upstairs by Marquez, and again, his timing on that right hand is extraordinary.
Yeah, he's really placing. Even though Panio maybe win, I mean, but I'm not spoken that to the crowd. The most important thing to me is to see how effective Marquez is when landing with those clean, well-placed shots.
There was an amazing piece of footwork by Pacquiao, who moved to 3 or 4 different places while Marquez was standing still. There's another amazing piece of footwork as he lands a shot and goes by Marquez to a place where
Marquez is taking his time to place his punches.
There's the uppercut. Brilliantly thrown by Marquez. Again, both men had their moments.
You're letting me get off on you, man. We're combinations.
Yeah, he's desperate now. He's desperate. He's become desperate now. And he fakes you, he jumps to discontrol you.
Let's take a look at Manny Pacquiao's foot movement after he lands a punch. This is what I was talking about at the end of the last round. He lands a left and a right. Now watch him run away at an angle where Marquez can't possibly throw a shot. He did it 3 straight times at the end of the round.
That's the thing that's underappreciated about Marquez. I mean, Manny, is his footwork.
Well,
then Marquez waited till he stopped moving and nailed him with an uppercut.
I had a great pro football player as a guest at Pacquiao versus Cotto. Charles Tillman, who plays cornerback for the Chicago Bears, seeing his first live prize fight. And I asked him, I said, what impresses you about Pacquiao? He said, easily, the footwork. I've never seen an athlete in any other sport who could get to so many places so fast.
Meanwhile, we're dealing with another drawish fight so far.
Our shots in 7. Pacquiao landed 16 out of 31. Marquez 11 out of 21. You saw between rounds that Manny Pacquiao is bleeding from the mouth. Bleeding from a cut apparently inside his lower lip. There's an oddly shaped right-hand shot by Pacquiao that landed. There's Marquez coming back with his conventional straight right cross over the top.
Every time that Manny throws a punch, Marquez comes right back with a counterpunch.
Realize no one has competed with Pacquiao since the last time Marquez fought him. He has just smoked everyone he's faced.
In order to compete with him, you must have great craft, you must have pretty good footwork, and you got to have some speed. Marquez can't match Pacquiao for footwork or speed. He can match him for craft for sure.
But he takes his time. He's always in good balance position, and he takes advantage of Manny running in and is over anxious and getting out of position. So he doesn't try to match him in those other areas. He just takes his time and places his punches very effective. Just like that.
By
the left uppercut.
And a right hand upstairs. Pacquiao needs to answer back. Tries to fire a right hook. Marquez counters with a left.
Pacquiao hasn't fought another great fighter who still had it since the last time he was in with Marquez, and obviously the great Marquez still has it.
At 38 years old and fighting at a weight which many felt would severely debilitate him in the fight, Juan Manuel Marquez is giving as good as he's getting from round to round and staying right there with Manny Pacquiao once again. Left hand over the top by Manny.
And Marquez comes right back with a shot every time after that.
More and more, though, Pacquiao is ensuring himself by running to a side at an angle after he lands the left. Right hand by Marquez again. He times Pacquiao perfectly with that shot.
Most memorable punches of this fight that have landed so far have been Marquez shots.
Yes. Manny creates a lot of excitement, just his body rhythm, and so I can easily see, in addition to his punching power, why judges get influenced by it, because he's always moving, jiggling, creating excitement.
And throws the left hand down the middle which landed to end the round.